Place the card here and press. Boom. Put your thumb here and push. Whoosh. Pinch, pull, slap, flick, or lift. Making cards fly out of the deck is really awesome. And it's much easier than you think. If you like visual magic but don't have a budget for special props, color changes, vanishes, productions, and pop-outs are what you're looking for. Are you tired of performing the Bilal trick again? Do a pop-out instead. Today we will learn 7 different methods to make cards fly out of the deck, which you can use to make people go, wow! So grab your top hat and let's get it started. Welcome to 7 different ways to make playing cards fly out of the deck. Before we get started, just wanted to remind you all to hit that subscribe button and like if you're enjoying all of the material that we're putting out right now. We have a full series of like vanishes, productions, color changes. All of these you can already watch on YouTube. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this video from today. So let's grab our favorite decks, like I said before, and let's start learning them. Hit that subscribe button and let's go. The first method from the 7 ways to make cards fly out of the deck is one by the legendary Ed Marlowe. And it looks like you've just seen. You're basically gonna place the deck down and one card is going to pop from the deck, and that is, well, the spectator selection, most likely. The card pops from the bottom of the deck. And I am actually very surprised whenever I find a visual magic effect from somebody like 100 years ago, because I always make the correlation with visual magic with the present days. So I was very happy when I found this in one of Marlowe's books, and it's quite easy to execute. You're just going to get a ring finger break on the card from above, right over here. So this is done by getting a pinky break first with your left pinky. Then you grab the entire deck, but you're holding onto this card with your left hand, and you're just going to separate it and place your ring finger on the outer right corner. So once your finger is over there, you see that you can actually press against the card and nothing will happen because the thumb is over here. So what you're gonna do is move your thumb so that when you grip the deck, there's barely any part of the thumb blocking the card. And once this has happened, what you can do when you're placing the deck down, you're going to be dropping the deck, and at the same time you're going to apply pressure with your ring finger so that the card shoots out instantly. Now, if you don't want to go through that entire pinky break moving over here, you can just pull the card using your ring finger from over here, just like this. You place your middle finger from the left hand pulls the card, ring finger from over here grips that card over there. Oh, I moved the camera for a bit, I apologize for that. And notice how even if I don't drop the deck, I can push the card, and because not a lot of the thumb is holding that card back, then the card is going to just shoot out. So make sure that you have your thumb placed in the right position, because if it's too deep, you just can't do it. Now the other thing that I'm doing is, when in the first position I am holding the thumb straight, then I am beveling the deck. You know, I am moving the thumb like this so that it can actually allow the playing card to shoot out, almost allowing all of the cards to fall down as well. So from this position, I am slightly flexing the thumb, relaxing it in the other direction so that I can actually shoot the card out. And the shooting happens by just, like I said, applying pressure with your finger in the other direction. And the card is supposed to shoot out at that point. Boom, just like that. And there you go, guys. That is the first bottom pop that we learned. You can do it in an effect by just placing the card down and going, oh, that was weird. Is that your card? Or you can say that we're gonna make the card pop from the deck and then you can catch it in the other hand. But play around with it and see how you can make the best of it. The second method to make a card fly out of the deck is based on the Benzias pop-out. And it's this pop-out where you make a card pop from the top of the deck. It's called the Benzias pop-out. Now, I like this, I perform it, I use it. I think every magician should learn it. and it's based on a slip cut. So if you know how to do a slip cut, you're basically getting the card and you're using your fingers to shoot that card out. But don't worry about it, I actually have a much easier one, and if I can say, a much more stealthy one to do. And it is from the bottom of the deck. You get a thumb break above the bottom card, you're gonna cut half of the deck, you're gonna move the cards like this as if you're performing some sort of karate move, and then from the bottom of the deck you're gonna shoot that card out, just like that. And in that motion the card has been popped out of the deck. And you can do it while you're cutting the deck and then you're shooting the card out like this, or you can do it by cutting the deck and then making the card pop out over here, or from this position, got over here, go, you throw it out, you know, or you can combine it with the Benzia's top pop out. You pop it once over here, you pop the other one over there, and you can have two aces. You know, so it's a very simple one to do, very simple to start performing it, and then it's just up to you to see how you're going to use it in your tricks. Thumb break, and then you're just going to throw that card by releasing from the thumb. You're gonna flex your thumb the other way, and this is gonna drop the card, and at the same time you're gonna do this motion, and by dropping the card and doing that, the card is going to spin out. And there you go, guys. A new way, a fun way, to make a card shoot out of the deck. The third way to make a playing card fly out of the deck is one that is simple but painful, like a lot of things in life. And we're gonna place this card in-jogged right about here, and you're gonna have it, let's say about 1 centimeter, half an inch out. You're gonna take your middle finger and just flick the card and it will instantly pop. If you're a card magician, then you know you can get in that position by pulling the card out with your pinky. And from this position, you can just flick the deck. If you do it too little because you're afraid to hurt your nail, this is what's gonna happen. Then you really gotta hit that and you're gonna get the card out. It was a double pop, that's why. There, see? And you can get the card out. It hurts, it really does hurt, but it's really beautiful. And I think you guys can start performing it and start playing around with the different positions you can put the card in. And I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. I use it, I do this when I talk about how things in the past, if they were broken, you could fix them by hitting them. You know, like you hit the TV. So I pretend like the card isn't coming out. So if I just like hit it a couple of times, then it fixes, I fix the deck and the card comes out. But I think you guys can find other presentations for this besides this one, but I really like it. The fourth method to pop a card out of the deck looks like this. I mean, you just saw a performance, so, you know, I'm just gonna go through it from an exposed point of view. You're gonna get a thumb break beneath the bottom card, and while you're holding the deck in biddle grip. From this position, you're gonna swing cut half of the deck, and from over here, you're gonna come up with the deck, drop the card, and at the same time, come down. And this is going to pop the card out at an angle. Sometimes you will pop the card out completely if you're not careful or if you hit too hard. But it's supposed to look like this. And if you want, you can do it on the table like that. If you want, you can even have the spectator call out stop. So you get a pinky break and then you move it to the thumb break. And you say, just say stop anywhere. They say stop here. And then right there, one single card just flies out of the deck. And it's just from a thumb break. I mean, isn't that amazing? Just from a thumb break, you go like that. The pop happens by releasing the card. So you're just releasing it. And at the same time as releasing it, I'm gonna go up and down in a quick motion. Then this is what actually makes the card fly out. High from the duck. You know, it's quick, it's fast, you know? Sometimes you feel like you need a very long explanation for ideas in order for an idea to be good, but I believe the simple ideas, you know, that you can instantly pick up and start performing them, I think those are quite the most beautiful. So I hope you guys start having fun with this one right now, and yeah, make good use of it. Oh, just want to take a break here and say that I'm really appreciating all you guys tuning in and learning these slides. And if you like and you're enjoying what you're seeing, drop me a comment, drop me a question, anything that you want. And yeah, we can keep on going now. Here is a pop that happens while you're placing the card down on the deck. While you're placing the card down on the table, just like this. So you're making it look as if the card doesn't want to sit down and is returning back to the deck, you know? You're placing it down and it comes back, just like that. So this is a move created by Leonard Green, and there's a very beautiful video with Noel Heath performing this one, and I really thought the new generation of magicians should know it as well, or if not, people that have forgotten about it to start using it again. And it happens by applying pressure with the corner. You see, I'm applying pressure over here, and then by pressing down on the card, it will come back. So my index finger sits on the outer right corner, and then I'm going to start bending the card so that it creates some sort of tension over here. And then by coming down with my index finger and going, because if I go down, it bends it like this, see? But if I go at an angle, at one point that tension will be released and the card will shoot out back to the deck. I mean, it will get a little bit of getting used to the direction in which the card comes, but basically it will always come in the direction of the corner, you know, because you are shooting it from the corner. There we go. So notice I am bending and then I am coming over here, see? And if I just move towards the left, towards the right, the card will come just like that. So get used to how the card behaves. See? Like there's not a lot of tension. I'm just pressing down and then I'm moving forward and low and down at the same time. And this will make the card pop. And then you're gonna start doing that much faster. So it's kind of like an anti-pop. You know, you're trying to place the card down, but the card comes back to the deck. Beautiful move by Leonard Green. Shout out to the legend. And I hope you guys enjoyed that and have fun with it. This next method for making a playing card fly out of the deck is kind of a silly one. The card doesn't completely fly out of the deck. Like you've noticed, there are some where the card stays over there. But though you could make this one fly out by lifting the deck up. Not like this actually, but I have noticed that if you lift the deck exactly at that position, it will make the card fly out. So maybe here's an idea about a previous idea hidden in this idea. So in this version, you're actually making in this pop out, you're making a playing card appear in the spread, just like that. And I like to use this by making the spectator imagine that they're holding their playing card and throwing it at me. And then when they throw it, I pretend to catch it over here in the spread, you know, and materialize the playing card. So the method is super silly, very straightforward, exactly like I like it. Something that you can instantly just start doing. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just moving the card up with my thumb. But it's very important how I'm doing it, because notice that this entire block of cards is completely blocked in between my pinky and index finger, and this spread is held by my right hand. So this allows me to take one playing card from the right spread and then just move it forward. And if I cover this up by doing this, or by pretending like I'm catching it, the spectator is unable, the human eye is unable to follow the motion of my thumb. And you can make a card trick out of this by just having a pinky break beneath their selection, the 4 of spades. You spread the deck, you take in the right hand all of these cards, you spread these ones with your left hand, you instantly block them over here, and then your thumb can go on top of the 4 of spades, move it in position, and then reveal the card trick. Reveal the trick, reveal the selection. So yeah, it's super silly. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it because it is super silly, but it's very visual and beautiful if you cover it nicely. So yeah, have fun with that. The last method to make a card fly out of the deck is one that is slightly more difficult. You know, it starts from a side jog, from over here, and then it goes into an angle jog so that your fingers can actually have a grip over this top side of the card. And then as you're throwing the deck down on the table or in your hand, you are bringing this card forward with your fingers. And this happens in a way due to gravity, but at the same time also because you have a grip over it. See, like I am applying pressure on the card so that when I come forward, this card actually latches onto my fingers slightly. You know, if I were to stop, you see it's still on my fingers. So if I just extend my hand, the card is going to be popped out. So let's get these nice and nifty glasses over here. So we're gonna cut the deck at one point. We're gonna get the card. The card is going to contact our left fingers and we're gonna move it towards the left side. From this position, our pinky finger is going to angle the card over here just by moving it slightly towards the right side. And then if we move our hand just a little bit, we can actually move this card forward. So by moving the card forward and out of the deck slightly, our fingers can actually latch onto this playing card on the top side. Then, if I hold it in one hand, notice that my index finger is on this side, outside of the playing card, and the rest of the fingers are on the playing card over here. When I drop the rest of the cards, this card is actually still onto my fingers, and by extending my hand, due to the sweat of my fingers, that card is going to sit on my hand and pop out. So see, I move the card over there, and then I just bring it out. Sometimes you're gonna get a nice pop, sometimes you're gonna get a pop that is coming out of the deck, and you gotta find a nice balance, you know. This is an idea that I've played around with, and I like it. I think it's got a lot of potential, and this is why I'm teaching it to you guys. As you can see, I have not completely mastered it, as it's not, I didn't hit it 100% of the times, but there's a police car just coming over here. But as you can see, it's got a very nice pop to it, you know? It's as if the card just appears out of nowhere, which for the spectator, that's exactly what they should be feeling. So notice how the card is in this position, and with my two fingers, I am contacting over there. And then if I just drop the cards and I extend my fingers, the card is going to pop out of the deck, or it's going to stay there in this nice position. And there you go, guys. That is the last method to make a card fly out of the deck. So that was it, guys. 7 different ways to make playing cards fly out of the deck. Did you enjoy it? I wanted to include as many simple ones as I could because it's nice to learn something and be able to immediately do it. I remember when I found ideas like this, I was just so thrilled, and I wanted to share this experience with you guys as well. Let me know which one was your favorite one, which one you see putting in your portfolio and performing to people, or which ones you would not perform. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. I love replying to people, I love getting feedback, and let me know what else you would like to study. We're thinking about doing some false shuffles, we're thinking about doing some false cuts. The series is probably going to reach a certain moment when we're gonna repeat ourselves. We're gonna start doing color changes again or controls, but we're gonna see. We wanna see what sort of feedback there is from the community, you know, what sort of things people would expect from us as well. My name is Biz, I love teaching here. We're our Big Blind Media, and we have an entire magic shop filled with original content from creators from all around the world. If you haven't checked out our website, I really suggest you do that because there's a lot of free stuff there. There's a lot of exclusive things that I think you guys are gonna enjoy. And until next time, I tip my hat to you, and I hope you have an amazing day.